Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Randomized Rainstorm 2. Have I used that one before? I don't know. I'm running out, and I mark them down when I use them, and I'm not sure if I have done that one or not. That's okay. I am Rawrquaza. This is, we're gonna play some Huntress, because I want to. We're gonna play Huntress, because Lady Quaza was like, I asked her, hey, Lady Quaza, what should I play today? Should I record today? And she's like, oh, well, you should play Risk of Rain because you haven't played Risk of Rain in a while. And I'm like, heck yeah. Okay, fine. I'll do it. But now I'm going to play Huntress. And that's what you get because that's your favorite class. I didn't actually say that, but I said that just now. I prefer the default skin, actually. The Arctic skin is nice, but it makes you look like a stormtrooper. And Huntress is all about actually literally just being accurate. We're going to play with Ballista over Arrow Rain because I like it, and we're going to try out more Phase Blink because I haven't played very much with it. I do enjoy Phase Blink. Happy post-Halloween. I hope you had a spooky, but not too spooky time because, you know, I don't know, dude. You never know. You want to make sure everything's in good fun still. No murders. No, you know, razor blades in the candy bars. When did that happen? That happened, like, there was a big scare, like, when I was young. And I don't remember ever hearing anything ever about it again. Don't put razor blades or poison into your candy. That's just, it's not good. But that goes without saying, you know? I like Halloween. I didn't do much for Halloween, but I did get to stay in with my wife and have a nice, lovely time indoors. We had some nice dinner. We watched a reasonably themed show together. Drank some alcohol. It was a good time. We live on an island that only has old people on it, so we don't have trick-or-treaters. That would be nice when we eventually move out from this apartment to get some sort of interactivity in that respect. I've always liked Halloween, though. I don't know where I'm going. I need enemies to spawn. We're on the cusp of having a new update. When does the update date schedule say we're getting a new update? Like, I honestly have no idea. I haven't checked in a while. I've been busy. I've been busy playing lots of other games. There's been so many games that have come out. But I am excited for new updates to happen in Risk of Rain. And I was thinking about doing like a Halloween special Risk of Rain episode. And I was going to do like a modded thing. But I looked at the mod store, and I was like, kind of like, eh. There's not really any mods that sound super interesting to me. And so I did. And that's the beginning and end of that story. I don't like this. We don't really have any huge benefits right now. But it's okay, not every run has to be in possession of huge benefits, you know? Though I am gonna try and, like... I was gonna try and get, focus crystal damage on the Vagrant. It did not work. Honestly, this isn't too bad of a fight with this dash. The dash is pretty cool. I do dig the ability to dash away from attacks. It's a reactive dash instead of... the other dash has too long of a cooldown to be really used as like a often quick, you know, actual damage escaping move. You kind of have to save it. But with the small dashes, you really have the option to kind of weave it into your normal gameplay in a way that is meaningful. And I dig it a lot. No equipment yet. dodge Titan lasers, you can dodge slams and claps and freaking all sorts of stuff. Not to mention, it pretty much can also be counted as a like a slightly faster mobility skill, because you can use it more often, right? So it might not go the same distance, but it has more uptime, which means less downtime getting stuff. Do want some items. We're getting some stuff now. Couple good items. Predatory instincts without crit is, you know, something. Kind of need that crit though. There's a teddy bear or a syringe. Go with the syringe. So while teddy bear is extremely good, I am a DPS whore. Give me all of your deeps. I want them. We have enough for these 2 chests. Feels good. This is basically everything on the stage. We have a little bit of healing now. That's excellent. We have a little bit more healing now. That's also excellent. Alright. Dope. Pretty good. I'm excited. I'm ready. 5-minute stage. 6-minute stage. Not the worst I've ever seen. You know, not bad for not having published a Risk of Rain video in a while. I've been playing a lot of Noida. Noida has kind of taken up my recent gaming life, as well as off camera at least. My kind of leisure gaming has consisted greatly of, the greater part of it has been Borderlands 3, which I enjoy, and also night streams have kind of been devoted mostly to Deep Rock Galactic, which, if you've never heard of it, is a pretty cool game. And if you have heard of it, it's gotten a lot of updates that have given it a lot of just some harder things, new difficulty level, weekly kind of like long deep dive missions that end game farming. Don't worry about it. It's just all this, some interesting, if a little bit RNG gated, farmable weapon upgrades. I don't know. It's good stuff, and cosmetics. And I like that game. It's a good cooperative game to play when you have buddies as well. And that's kind of what my night stream is the chill grind streams. And I don't know. I really like DRG's gameplay loop. It's very satisfying. So there's a high skill ceiling, I think, that isn't immediately apparent. We don't want the War Banner printer. We kind of just want to hit the button a little bit. Maybe check over here first. Oh no. What have I done? Oh no. What have I done? You know what? Just take me out of here. Many wisps. Okay. I didn't see that many items on the stage, actually. There's some over there. Play Dunestrider is fine. We should be able to dodge with our dodge. An example of an enemy that you can pretty effectively use the dashes against. I do need to live, though. That's the problem. And the other problem is that the balls could loop around behind us without, if I'm not careful. I also need to watch my health. It's not great. The other thing Just recently, and I don't really know what brought this about, but I've had the strangest urge for Dark Souls that I've been sating by playing some Dark Souls. I have one game of Dark Souls 1 with a friend who had not previously gotten very far in Dark Souls. I have another game of Dark Souls 3 with 2 friends in the stream who have played Dark Souls and we're just doing stupid garbage. And then we're thinking about starting up another game of Dark Souls in Dark Souls 2 because one of my friends doesn't have Dark Souls 3, so he's like, I want to play Dark Souls with you guys, but I don't have Remastered or 3, but I have 2. So we might do that. We're playing, I don't know, Dark Souls is really fun. I enjoy that series. I don't know how far any of those games are gonna get. But you know what? That's okay. Dark Souls is about the journey, not the destination, you know? There's a little bit of crit, that's very useful. Considering our predatory instinct situation. $69 gold. Nice. Alright, what do we got? 10-minute third stage. You know, it's the dream. That's kind of been one of my own personal gripes recently, is that I have been going too slow in the, like, you know, lately being the last few months of Risk of Rain. That's kind of been my fatal flaw, I guess. But you know what? Shit happens. I want this equipment drone. Do we have a stun grenade, or did he just hit the stun? Suddenly many Lemurians. Do I want a sticky bomb? No, I probably want this. Topaz Brooch is too good. It's not the first one, not the greatest impact in the world, but as I said in a video recently, you can't have more than one without first having one. I also probably should try to not die. Just really quick, don't worry about it. Ow. War banners, dude. War banner is just so inconsequential. So much of the time. Ouch. Ouch. You know what? I need to do this just to live. It's nasty in there. Don't hit me. That was a situation where my my R holding me in position was getting me hurt. And I kind of just tanked through it. Oh, more crit, that's excellent. So we're just gonna really quick go up here. already go up here? I don't remember. Oh, is that a tri-tip printer? It is. You know, that's not helpful, to be honest. Another thing that I think this teleport is good for that I haven't thought about before is fall damage. It's just one way to pretty much guarantee that you're not taking fall damage. Don't take my only healing. Don't take my crit. Oh, that's just cruel. Oh my lord. You know what? Why did I expect anything else, to be honest? Just take everything that I possess. What do I have to lose at this point by going all in? I guess I do want my crit enough. It couldn't have taken my freaking... Couldn't have taken my focus crystal, could it have? Alright. Well, let's hit it. Easy fight. Tri-tip daggers is good damage. Tri-tip dagger printer is just a very solid start. It's so strong for so long. And it scales really well with attack speed. It's kind of a low investment, all things considered, for the value that it gives. I think that tri-tip dagger, I don't know what the percentage is, but I want to say that if you had by itself in a vacuum, oh, wow, look at this. We're gonna have all the dashes. That's kind of cool. If you had only 10 white items, I think 10 tri-tip daggers is better than 10 harvesters, not harvester sights, crit glasses. But I don't know, I don't exactly know the numbers. But I think that I would probably rather have the tri-tip daggers. Now, things change when you add other crit items into the equation, and that might actually sway the numbers enough, because the chance of getting a full crit like Harvester's Scythe or Predatory Instincts could be better. I don't know. Tri-tip is just very strong, and you only need 7 of them, so they're valuable. As you go less than 10 tri-tip daggers versus less than 10 glasses, I think that the daggers are just better at that point. Look at that, we can really spam it now. What is this? Predatory Instincts printer. Oh my lord. And a teddy bear printer. What the heck? So, Predatory Instincts printer is actually incredibly cool. If we can get enough crit to make it worthwhile. I would definitely trade every tier 2 that I have right now into Predatory Instincts. And I might... It'll depend on what else we get on the stage, I guess. But I need to remember, if I see any tier 2s that I like and don't want to turn into Predatory Instincts, to leave them on the ground until I print everything else. We got this stage, which means that we get a pretty easy go of it, I think. And because we get the free tier 3, we don't have to deal with spooky bird circle. Nobody wants to deal with spooky bird circle. It's a bad time. Except mercenary. Mercenary is a big, strong man who can deal with bird person circle. Bird person. Hello, money. I do rather like the dashes. They are fun. The problem with Predatory Instincts is that without crit, we're not really gonna be able to really benefit from it. Now we do have 1 crit glasses. But I don't think that is enough to sustain like full stacks at all times. Although who knows, there might be a critical mass point where at enough attack speed you're critting often enough. But I don't think that it's just it won't be consistent is the thing. I don't think. We do still need healing, actually, again. Because I did turn my healing into tri-tip daggers. Not the best business. But, I mean, it's worked out pretty okay. I would, you know, the infusion is actually pretty big. Without the infusion, we would be in a rougher spot, I think. So here's, I guess, my optimal situation here is I don't know what the tier 3... like, tier 3 I'm not going to speculate about. You know my feelings about the various tier 3s in this game probably by now. And if you don't, you know, whatever. Most of the tier 3s are pretty okay. It's likely that we won't get a good tier 3, but if we do, that kind of changes how things work. I'm not going to plan around the tier 3, though. What I am going to plan around is, assuming that we get no crit on the stage, the question is, do we turn everything into Predatory Instincts? And the answer is, I don't know. If we do get, like, 1 more crit glasses, so we would have 20% crit, give or take, at that point, I think I'm fine turning everything just straight up into the stuff. The other question is, do I want to turn everything into teddy bears? Because teddy bears are just so good. They're just such a good item. We would be giving up potentially our tri-tip daggers and everything that makes us who we are today, in fact. It would be a damage down, but it's in exchange for an incredible amount of survivability. At the very least, I'm gonna get enough teddy bears to go up to like 10. So we're probably gonna lose maybe even most of our daggers. But you know what? That's a sacrifice I'm willing to make, I think. I'm convincing myself. Then we are gonna need to get some more freaking money, though. Hello. I do love the bleed stacks. Bleed stacks with glaive just feel nice. I don't know, let's see what our tier 3 is. Maybe that will inform our decision making. Could happen. If it's like, if it's, Tesla coil, then I probably want to keep my bleed. Oh, we had enough. One more enemy. No, I think the Frost Relic is telling me. Can I get into here? I don't think I can. The Frost Relic tells me that I should probably turn things into teddy bears. Ah, let me in. Oh my lord. It worked. We don't really have healing. Stun grenade, not a horrible loss. Crit glasses are a horrible loss. That's incredibly important. But it's done now. Nowhere to go but up. I didn't even see what got taken there. Sticky bomb, you know, it happens. Focus crystal, that's good. One more. Backup mag, pretty big loss, to be honest. You know what? We have 5 things, I think that's okay. We have 12 tougher times. Which is pretty good, to be honest. It's gonna keep us alive. We get a free Tier 3. It is a Nuka-Hana's, which doesn't do essentially anything for us at all. I have come into a new world of Nuka-Hana's opinion. My opinion about Nuka-Hana's opinion. Nuka-Hana's opinion, unless you're specifically engineer with Chungus, with the static turrets, which I don't play with much. I think it's bad. And I want to like it. For a long time, I held on to this kind of desire to see the perfect run where Nuka-Hana's opinion turned into a crazy damage-dealing item, in addition to your DPS because of its, you've gotten a bunch of on-hit life or crit life or something. And I think that's happened to me, like, not satisfactorily, ever. I've gotten some runs where Nuka-Hana's has not done nothing, but not doing nothing is not a good justification for a tier 3. It just, I've given up hope. I no longer hold a candle for Nuka-Hana's opinion. It's a sweet item on a conceptual level. On a practical level, it's never useful unless the specific case of NG. The other build that I want to do is like a bunch of gestures, like so that your cooldown is very, very low. That's the only time when it's been mildly useful. But even then, it doesn't like add an appreciable amount of stuff. Like, so you get a bunch of gestures, and then you either get a little guy, the gnarled wood sprite, or foreign fruits. And it sounds like if you did that, and maybe you had the other tier 3 that's almost mandatory for that build, Nuka-Hana's requires alleviation antlers, but rejuvenation rack for the uninitiated. But even with a rejuvenation rack, that's not enough. You also need the whole other suite of items. And once you have all of the healing items and the rejuvenation rack and the Nuka-Hana's, you're still, like, you don't have very much damage as a result of that. It's like very lackluster. And so I've come to the conclusion that it just is not something that I ever, unless there are definitely circumstances where it could happen by random chance that a Nuka-Hana's run presents itself, such as an Order Shrine, or but those circumstances are so rare that I'm no longer gonna push it. I'm not gonna push for that as much as I have previously. I've grown apart from the idea of Nuka-Hanas. Probably doesn't even need this much explanation, but the problem is I wanted to like it so much. It's like, it's a sweet concept for an item, as I said. All right, distant roosts. Making very good time, too. The build is good. Honestly, the daggers really carry the damage portion, even with only 5 of them. He's gone. To replace Nuka-Hanas as like build that I want to have happen all the time, now it's like any attack speed build, basically. I just love attack speed in this game. I don't like that. That's spooky. Many dashes. Our damage is not great. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty bad. We also don't have healing at all. What's our healing? We don't have it. We don't have any healing. Chungus does not count as healing. Nuka-Hanas is not healing. Lepton Daisy does not count. We really, it's bad. We very well could die. We're we're brittle. It's a brittle run. Oh, Harvester's Sight, thank you. Now we don't have any crits, so that's not consistent either. Ooh, yikes. If we didn't have the teddy bears, it would suck. But we would also have, we would have some healing in that case, wouldn't we? Oh no. Alright, things need to stop. Here's a healing. I have a healing, look at that. Another dagger, excellent. Another healing. Oh, so much healing. Wonderful. Usually, you get healing drones on the first stage, but this is kind of like the first stage, right? It is the same stage that the first stage would or could be. So it's basically the same. How do I get the teleporter? Where's the teleporter? But here we're, you know, who needs healing? We're fighting Malachite Lemurians. Or an Malachite Lemurian. That's incredible. Oh yeah, multiple Malachite Lemurians. Spooky. Very Halloween. I might just die if I touch one of these enemies. Or their spikes. I don't have Halo. I don't have Hopo Feather. It starts with an H. Is that how I got Halo out of that? I don't have Hopo Feather. It makes dodging a little bit spooky. There's approximately 100 billion? I don't know, I can't count very well because my fingers are occupied, so I have to use my toes. But this is like 100 billion wisps. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They just keep spawning, too. Please don't ever hit me. Luckily, we have the ability to never be hit ever by anything. And if that keeps up, then that's wonderful. Like, 2 ways that we have that ability. 1, we can dodge a lot, and 2, you know, I have 12 teddy bears, which is, or 13, which is pretty good. 13 teddy bears is very solid. I am scared that I will be one-shot, or very close to one-shot. We'll be wounded, and it's basically a one-shot, essentially, right? It's just a really slow one-shot involving multiple hits if they wound us. Because they'll do, like, you know, 80% of our health, and then we'll have to wait, you know, 30 seconds before the debuff clears. I actually don't know how long wound lasts. Oh, it's spooky. I really need to be cautious about when I press R. I will be able to kill myself quite easily. Jeez, it's bad. We also got the worst possible layout of this stage, which meant that we got basically no items. I never did print out the predatory instincts, but that was kind of because I, you know, don't have any crit. And then I lost the only crit that I had, so I think my decision was justified in the end. There's many chests here. Problem is I don't have very much damage. It's becoming a struggle to kill the Marines. Key printer. Come on, why are you leaving your trash in my swamp? Yikes. My mony wonies. Wisps! They take like 4 hits of my basic attack. Hey, more not healing. Kill the Beetle Queen, get the monies, hit the teleporter, buy items, not in that order. Oh no. That was a regular golem that hit me for half of my health. If I do my math correctly, that tells me that if I get hit by an elite golem, I'm going to die. Specifically, shock golems will definitely one-shot me at this point. Fire golems will probably do most of my health. I'm not sure about killing me. They have a good chance of doing it, I think. I do want this lunar point. Where did it go? Oh, these tanky beetles. Okay, good news is we have about 2 chests worth of money. Need some big damage. Big damage. Chests over here. Big damage. That's utility chests. Not gonna get damage out of there. That's not really helpful. There was an attempt. Is that a gasoline? Oh my god. Oh, you shouldn't have. You've made a mistake, game. Well, maybe it hasn't. I'm trading away my teddy bears for this. This is definitely happening. This is... I was losing my sanity. Now, my sanity is slowly trickling back into my body as I print out what is probably my favorite printer in the game. Yeah, like attack speed printers. Ooh, okay. And then you got these. I do need to live, though. That's always the trick. You get the printer that you want, but you're having a terrible run. But then everything kills you instead of you printing things out. Quaza, printing all gasoline. What the heck, dude? Gasoline's bad. No, it's not. It's really good. And you're wrong. If you legitimately don't know about gasoline, how did you get on my YouTube channel? Second of all, I'm here to teach you. Gasoline scales AoE, which is excellent. Anything that scales AoE is good in my book. On some level, at least. At least visually, it's exciting. And then most of the time, like, it's also pretty sweet mechanically. And then it also scales duration and individual procs. It doesn't scale damage. But, you know, if you kill 2 wisps, the 3rd wisp will have 2 gasoline stacks on it. So, you know, you can see these enemies have multiple stacks on, which means that they burn for a lot. And with enough gasoline, we're going to be hitting a large portion of the map. Oh, it's spooky in here. We can go, though. Hitting a large portion of the map with increasingly large amounts of gasoline stacks, and the more gasoline we have, the higher the duration is, so, you know, eventually everything will die. It's very nice. It's just an exciting, fun, interactive build. We're still putting things in there. Rawrquaza, isn't there a sane and reasonable limit to the amount of gasoline that you should pick up? No. Yes, I'm turning all of my survivability and damage and healing into gasoline. If you have a problem, take it up with my lawyer. I don't have a lawyer. You have to take it up with me. Or maybe my wife. She might sub in for me as my lawyer. I don't know. She probably... If I were arrested for possession of, you know, an inhumane amount of gasoline in real life, I would probably need to have a court order. I'll just, I don't know. Not that my wife isn't an intelligent woman that would love to help me in court, but, like, you know, shit's real freaky, yo, in court. Okay, here's my problem right now, is this fire elite is real spooky. I don't like it. More stacks on them. Now here's the trick with the other trick. There's several tricks with gasoline. There's several ways that gasoline can actually kill you. One way is that... One way is that gasoline... you can kill yourself with it if you cause... If you cause an enemy to die with, or no, if you cause a friend, so if you have like drones, or you buy a turret, and you kill it with blue meteorite, or you get the kill on your own allied enemy, it will spawn a gasoline that will have the duration of your normal gasoline stacks. So very long, and it will hit you. So if there's... Sometimes that just happens. Mostly anything that gives you drones, like our current equipment. I don't know of other ways to accidentally kill your own drones. Sometimes they will spawn, like if you buy drones, they'll just spawn in a wall or something, or in each other and they'll die. I do need to live, is the other thing. The other thing is that we don't have any health. So I fully expect to die here. But that's okay. It was worth it for 33 gasoline, 34 gasoline. My only regret is that I didn't get the gasoline earlier. This build is so cool. Gasoline build is so cool because it does scale with the number of enemies that spawn too. The more enemies that are there, they just feed into. Oh boy. It's bad. It's very bad. I'm leaving. You gotta, come on, you can't say that that isn't sweet as hell. 19 stacks of gasoline. Just murdering everything. Okay, we've reached our limit, 34. What a great time. I really do love it. Ooh, head stompers. That's no hopeful feather, but I'll take it. The other trick is getting your first kill so that it can just propagate endlessly. But that's easier than you think, usually. Don't worry, we will die soon. This is a promise. We're gonna quickly run into the not having healing problem, and we're just gonna get chipped to death with my... Oh, here we go. More gasoline. Oh, it's bad. Don't hit me. Gotta check in here for items. Just gonna heal up really quick. Oh, hello, don't hit me. You will just kill me, I think. Is that a healing chest? In my video game? $27,000. That does not count as healing. You're turning me into gas immediately. Ouch. Something hit me. Alright, let's do it. Oh, Beetle Queens. They just kill themselves. It's great. I just need to not get smulched from spit. When they summon their various bits and bobs, they will just murder themselves. Although I need to not get trapped. Please. we go. 44 stacks. No, don't hit me. I'm a gentle soul. Oh, there we go. Don't do it. Oh, Lepton Daisy. The actual clutch. Oh, it's bad. A single Fire Elite Wisp just feels very bad. Please let me out. I wish to go home. I love gas. I just like watching the burning. Some men just want to watch the world burn is literally how I feel about this build. It's so satisfying. The slight clicking as things life force just is consumed by flame. It's wonderful. The screams of the burning people just slowly dying. Oh, we could get some more tri-tip daggers again, but at this point, why, you know? Don't do it. Don't do it. Where's the teleporter? Just let me out. We have all the items we ever will need. Okay, just get a kill. Don't kill me. I need that wisp to die. Right there. That's the wisp. You will start the fire. I didn't start the fire. It was that wisp. That's the whole song. I actually literally did start the fire, though. Oh, it's spooky. We don't have a Hopo Feather. It's actually incredibly inconvenient. But, you know, we're making it happen. We're making do. I don't want to get sucked. If I get sucked, I'm probably going to die. There's many suckmen. I'm just going to let the Dune Striders figure themselves out. They're going to suck right about now. Yeah, there we go. All part of my plan. Ouch, my bones. Ooh, oh boy. Our fire kind of stopped because all of our fuel ran out. It's okay, we'll restart it. There we go. Things are happening now. I don't like that. It's spooky. It's very squishy. I'm feeling squishy. A harvester's scythe, huh? Oh, okay. Flak. Chaff, I believe, is the correct, not flak. It's when you have an aircraft and you throw. Is that what that's called? Throwing chaff? Like throwing out little bits of metal or, you know, things that show up on heat-seeking radar or something as stuff. I don't actually know if that's the official term, because I don't play military games or know anything about the military. Or, you know, I don't know. The only thing I know is that in The Incredibles, when Mrs. Incredible and Son Incredible and Daughter Incredible go on the plane to rescue Mr. Incredible after Mrs. Incredible is suspicious of her husband. Maybe cheating on her, or, you know, whatever. Maybe he's in trouble. Who knows? But they start to shoot down the plane, and she's like, oh no, Mayday, this is a civilian craft. Obviously lying because they're superheroes. And then, you know, there's children on board. Mayday, do not engage, etc. And then she goes into evasive maneuvers in this airplane, and then she hits the button that throws out little lighted bits and bobs, and they distract the missiles long enough for them to not die, sort of. Spoilers. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy. Bye-bye.